who is Najhim Luke.
It is alleged that Najhim Luke was a member from Dub City located on Walton Avenue, Bronx, New York.
Yeah, man, niggas know what's going on, man. Dub City, man. R.I.P. Dizzy. Fuck the other niggas, man. What's up, man? Mills too, man. Mills too, man. Ty, yo, when we catch you, Ty, we gon' give you a wedgie. We had you bleeding, man. Y'all niggas better chill.
We had your man Ty running like
niggas got Biggie's pals, all that, man.
Know that. Get money out here.
Get money. Pele's on deck. Pele's on deck.
He is responsible for the murder of Brandon Hendricks, also known as B-Diddy, from Cortland. There is a video explaining what happened to B-Diddy I have uploaded on my YouTube channel. I'll put the link to that video in the description below. In 2020, a situation allegedly escalated from an argument that resulted in Luke firing shots into a crowd and striking Diddy in the neck, killing him. Below is a document released by the Bronx County at the time of the incident. Bronx District Attorney Darcel D. Clark today announced that a Bronx man has been indicted on second-degree murder and additional charges in the death of Brandon Hendricks, a 17-year-old high school basketball player who was shot by a stray bullet. District Attorney Clark said the defendant allegedly callously fired into a group of people and ended the life of a young, promising teen. Brandon Hendricks had just graduated James Monroe High School and was set to play college basketball when he was killed on a Morris Heights street. Since his death, Brandon's mother has channeled her grief into ardently speaking out against gun violence in our community. District Attorney Clark said the defendant, Najhim Luke, 22, of 1979 Walton Avenue, was arraigned today on second-degree murder, first-degree manslaughter, and 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon before Bronx Supreme Court Justice Lester Adler. Remand was continued and the defendant is due back in court on December 2, 2020. According to the investigation, on the night of June 28, 2020 at 1726 Davison Avenue, the defendant fired shots at a group of people who had gathered for a barbecue. One of the shots struck Hendricks in his back. He was taken to St. Barnabas Hospital and was pronounced dead less than an hour after the shooting. The defendant fled the scene and was arrested on July 6, 2020. This wasn't the only charges Luke would be facing. Prior to the murder of Diddy, Luke allegedly strangled his own uncle. An article at the time of the allegations stated, the accused killer of Bronx hoop star Brandon Hendricks beat and strangled his own uncle last month, authorities said Monday. Suspect Najhim Luke, 22, who was nabbed and charged Monday with murdering the 17-year-old college basketball prospect, also faces raps for allegedly attacking his relative in June and the days leading up to Hendricks' death, police said. In addition to being charged with Hendricks' murder, Luke was hit with assault and strangulation raps Monday for 2 incidents involving his uncle, one in which he struck the older man in the face with an unknown object June 10th and the other June 22nd, when he put his hands around his relative's throat, authorities said. Luke lived with his uncle on Walton Avenue in the Bronx. Luke also was previously arrested in November 2014, when he was 17, for allegedly joining 2 cohorts and beating a victim before swiping his black Gucci belt. It's sad that we had to lose another young black life due to senseless gun violence. Rest in peace to Brandon Hendricks, aka B-Diddy.